It was just kind of the straw that broke the camel's back. Like, shootings can't keep going and going and going and going without finally something being done.
Moved by the Florida school shooting that took the lives of 17 people, a Caldwell middle school teacher took to Facebook like so many of us did that day. But Lauren Macy's emotions weren't of hate, finger pointing, or name calling, like much of social media has been when it comes to the debate over gun control and keeping our schools safe. In this week's Life in Balance, a teacher's thoughts after another school shooting.
I'm a teacher. I work at a school. Every time there's a shooting, my heart breaks. I think about what I would do if I were in that situation, how I would react, and it's terrifying. It's my worst nightmare.
Images of the Florida school shooting, heartache, grief, shock, kept Lauren Macy awake that night, even after working a 13-and-a-half-hour day. So the English teacher started writing. In a notes app on her phone, she later posted on Facebook.
I wrote it, to deal with my thoughts and my emotions, but also just to try to encourage people to make some changes that need to be made in our own lives. My news feed is filled with people arguing about gun control and arguing about whether thoughts and prayers are better or worse than policy and change. But what if we stand together to channel the anger and the outrage and the questions and every other emotion into creating a better day for the people that we encounter?
Creating a better day for the people we encounter. A notion lost among most adults commenting on social media, but not here.
How are you today? How you doing in English?
In the hallways of Caldwell's Syringa Middle School.
We would much rather have kids who, instead of standing up for gun control after a tragedy has happened, stand up in the lunchroom when they see their friend getting bullied.
It's called the Kindness Campaign. Syringa kicked it off last school year.
At Syringa, what we're trying to do, and the message I was trying to push, is that we want to be proactive. We want to get these kids while they're young and teach them how to be kind and how to respect each other and how to stand up when they see something that's not right and how to befriend kids that are a little bit different.
In the Florida school shooting, the 19-year-old suspect has been described by officials as a broken human being on medication for emotional issues, and one of the ones where we miss the signs.
But I can't help but wonder, in 19 years of life, could something have been done? I bet so. Was this kid respected? Was he heard? Did the people around him notice? Did he know he was loved? Was he included? It's not an excuse. There's no excuse, but if I had to guess, I'd say probably not.
But at Syringa, every class period begins like this.
Morning, Katie. Trey.
Teachers greeting every student individually.
Greet every kid by name as they walk in the door. And just say, hi, I'm glad you're here. Hey, glad you made it. Hey, I missed you yesterday. Where were you? Just so you have a personal encounter with every single kid that comes into your room. Like, how often do we just think that we're invisible and that no one notices? And when a teacher says, hey, I noticed you were gone, I missed you, class was not the same without you, how good does it feel to walk back into that class and be welcomed into that community?
Kindness reminders are everywhere. Students are taught your actions have an effect on the people around you. Even something as small as a Post-it note can make a big difference.
If you see someone who's struggling or having a hard day, you can grab one of those Post-it notes, give it to them or put it on their locker, and just spread kindness that way with a little note.
There are also these interactive kindness boards.
These cards are hung up daily, and kids can come and read them and grab one, and they say things like, let someone go in front of you in line, invite someone to eat lunch with you.
After students complete the act of kindness, they're rewarded at the kindness store. There are also leadership classes, a sunshine club for students who don't feel they fit in, and weekly culture hero challenges.
Kids learn by what they see. You can tell them to do something until you're blue in the face, but if they don't see you living it out, they're not going to learn and they're not going to follow. It starts with actually caring about each other. It starts with noticing when people are left out and including them. It starts with smiling at a stranger. It starts with us respecting and embracing differences. It starts with loving our neighbors. It starts with inviting people in. Real change requires action, not idle blame.
Kindness isn't just for students at Syringa. Teachers also take part in the kindness campaign. By the way, to read Lauren's entire post, click on this story on our website, ktvb.com.